Sophie 4 is called the Fog Boggarts, and in it Sophie has some problems that she hasn't had before. Things get really, really terrible for her. Once again, King Ugg has recruited some different shadow creatures to try to help him get the gems, and this time it's the Fog Boggarts, who are very scary creatures. Scary. And one thing they can do is disguise themselves as other beings, including a teacher in Sophie's school. And Sophie's the only one who realizes this, and nobody believes her, but she has other problems too.
She does. She has her very annoying brother, her twin brother Anthony, is in her class, and he likes teasing her both at school and at home. So, for example, in the class, when Sophie and Sam walk in quite near the start of the book, this is what her brother does when Sam, Sophie's best friend, is talking. "Boredom alert!" called Anthony across the classroom. "Sam's talking." Sophie glared at her brother. "Leave Sam alone." Anthony's pale blue eyes gleamed. "Standing up for your boyfriend, are you? I saw you two yesterday going into the woods holding hands." "We were not holding hands," Sophie said quickly as she saw the rest of the class suddenly take notice. "You were in there ages," Anthony went on. "I bet you were," he looked round at the class, "kissing." Brett and Chris, his friends, hooted with laughter. "So, are you and Sam going out, Sophie?" Ria asked. "No!" Sam exclaimed hotly. "Of course we're not." "Is she your girlfriend?" cooed Tara from across the classroom. "No!" said Sam and Sophie together. And this is what Anthony does, doesn't he? All the way through the book, he taunts Sophie and mocks her, but he does get his comeuppance near the end. Yeah. But yes,
it's a really sort of typical brother-sister relationship, I think. Did you have any brothers or sisters?
I didn't have brothers or sisters, but I watched my friends with their brothers and sisters, and they seem to argue a lot. So that's a bit where Anthony came from.
The twins.
But you did.
I was actually really lucky. I have a brother and sister, but they were both a lot older than me. So I was the baby of the family and very spoiled, and so it was very, very different for me than for Sophie, basically.
Yes, and Anthony isn't the only problem, as Lee said earlier. There's also this teacher who's disguised, and no one realises that she is a shadow creature apart from Sophie. So maybe you could imagine what shadow creatures you would like your brothers and sisters to meet if you don't like your brothers and sisters. Or maybe even imagine what it would be like if a shadow creature came into your school and you could write about it and tell us. That would be great.